Hey everybody, so this is me and Kyler Shumway. We have just finished the 2019 Matthew Reardon Foundation for Autism Conference, and so we are heading into beautiful Savannah, Georgia to get some dinner. Last time I was here, I ate dinner at Panera Bread, which people have informed me is a really boring thing to do when you're visiting another city, so hopefully Kyler will be able to help me break out and find something more interesting. But we just wanted to record a quick video because we're still really jazzed from the conference, and maybe record favorite memory or impression or something like that. So I think for me, the big thing that I'm sitting with was just how much passion there was in every session that we sat in on, both from the speakers really bringing their best, but then from the audience of autistic folks and parents and professionals, everybody who had so much of a desire to help the autism community and to look for solutions. There's such a hunger for how to help people with autism flourish to their greatest extent, and so it was really exciting to be a part of a conference that's looking for answers there, and then also is really motivating me to say, like, how can we find even more supports, because there's such a tremendous need. So that's kind of what I'm sitting with right now. Yeah. I don't know if Kyler, you have any thoughts, feelings?
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to ditto everything that Dan is saying. What a phenomenal conference, and what a great need that is being met for this community. For me, it was so amazing to get to meet new people and interact with folks and just hear the stories of some of the folks who were boots on the ground. They're experiencing this in their lives, in their daily lives, and being able to just give them something, give them some hope, give them some information, give them some insights from Dan and I's clinical training. Like that for me was huge, because it like led all of the work that I've put into becoming a soon-to-be clinical psychologist to work, but also being able to connect with the humanness of every person who was in attendance. So really, really big stuff.
Yeah. And I think if I was going to think of one specific memory that I'm going to carry with me, I think it was going to the reverse job fair, because this is the first time that I've done that. It's the first time that I think we'll stop here because I don't want to walk into traffic. But I don't quite trust my ability to film this video and not get run over, although Kyler would probably has better awareness. Anyway, so reverse job fair, this is my first time going to one of those or even knowing what it was about. But basically, instead of a job fair where employers sit and employees come to them and try to impress them, instead you had people who were looking for a job who would set up a booth that was really highlighting all of their skills, all of their credentials, all sorts of really significant things. So some people had awards that they had won, some people had designs that they had done, or resumes or letters of reference, whatever they thought would best represent their strengths. Then you can come around and talk to them. And Kyler and I are in a position to hire anybody, because we're still in school. Maybe one day. Motorcycle going by. There's a super cool dude on it, incidentally. People in Savannah are stylish. Anyway, so the thing that really stood out for me is that in a lot of the conversations, there was a lot of the sessions, a lot of the presentations, there was a little bit of a focus on deficits, like, what do people with autism need more support with, what are autistic people bad at, etc. And I think that it was so cool to see this thing that just focused on strengths and all of the really unique, incredible things that autistic folks have accomplished, and like specific strengths that they have. There was one guy in particular that had an art portfolio that like rivaled anything that I've seen. I was like, man, I could, this stuff needs to be hanging on somebody's wall. And that to me really stood out as like, I think if we shifted the conversation more towards the strength that autistic folks bring, I think that there'd be a lot more hope and a lot more opportunity that would open up.
Absolutely. And again, I'm just echoing a lot of things Dan had said. I'm still sort of running off the high of all of the conversations that we've held in our talks, and meeting with all of the fantastic folks here in Savannah, Georgia. So we thank you for hearing us out and sort of our post conference musings and thoughts. And so we're hopeful that we get to continue to connect with you in the future. And thank you for hearing our thoughts.
Yeah, we look forward to hopefully being back at the Reardon conference in future years, and continuing to speak and share and learn from the autistic community and the other communities that we are able to reach out to. So thanks to everybody who's a part of the conference. Thanks specifically to the folks at the Reardon Foundation for putting it together. It must have just been an incredible amount of work, and we're so grateful for the opportunity. And I guess we'll see you guys later on.
Yep, Dan and Kyler signing off.